We've got a double card show day today here in Nashville. We've got the typical Nashville card show, which is down in Antioch at the Lighthouse Christian School, but we also have the Music City Autograph and Sports Collectibles show. So, double card show day. It's going to be a good time. Let's get it. So, I first came over to the Lighthouse Christian show. This one opened up at 8. The other show didn't start till 10, so I figured this was a reasonable first step. It was pretty dead. Not a ton of dealers there. Much emptier than normal. There still were some good guys there, though. This dealer, Dale, always gives me good deals, always has a ton of really fun stuff. I put together this really big stack, really pleased, probably the best pickup of this show. Headed down to Franklin, though. Here's a look at the show floor. Really excited to see what they've got. Gonna do my typical value boxing, dollar boxing, but today I'm also looking for some football cards, so playing things a little bit differently, seeing what we can get. Slabs are always we're looking, but maybe not football slabs. Awesome dollar box here. Check out this Bobby Witt Platinum Anniversary Refractor Rookie. Big time pickup. This dealer had actually texted me beforehand and said, hey, I've got some stuff that I'm looking to move. Come by, stop, take a look. That's the benefit of working on those relationships. He had this stuff just in the back, ready for me to take a look at. Awesome Riley Green there. And he had this stuff set aside for me, which is great. One of the things that's interesting about a show like this, though, you got a lot of people who are there. The show had a ton of people, but a lot were just there for autographs. Awesome home field advantage set here. The Wander Franco behind prison bars was so funny. Those dealers actually invited me again behind the table. They saw me looking at a bunch of stuff and said, hey, we've got more. Come put a stack together, see what you've got. These are some of the cards that I went through and comped out. So that lot that I just showed you guys, and I built on it a little bit. A couple of things there. One, bring sticky notes to the show if you're going to be buying in bulk, because that allows you to quickly price stuff out. It shows visually to the seller what you're putting your comp value at, because sometimes their stickers aren't accurate. There were some of those that clearly hadn't been comped in a long time. And two, really good to work with people that, they said to me, we got a bunch more baseball behind here. Just come behind, pull together a stack. I opened up their cases, was going through, put together a big stack. Sticker was like $570, ended up paying about $450, which is about 80% comp. So happy there. I think we've got a lot of really good slab inventory. That was one of the needs that I came into the show with. So definitely happy. Still got a little bit of the show to see though. And then here's another look at the show floor. It wasn't the busiest show. There was a lot of memorabilia there. A lot of cool stuff, no question. But just a little different than what I normally have. PSA was there, though, to authenticate all of those autographs that were being done. That's a wrap. Let's head home and check out all the cards that we grabbed today. All right, so it is the next day. We are back at home. I'm going to show you guys every single card that we grabbed. The quick recap, so 2 card shows. Over the course of those 2 shows, I spent $2,390 on cards. We picked up some baseball and football cards, trying to get a little bit of inventory there, learn that market, taking a slow approach to that, but trying to grab some stuff where I thought that I got good deals, cool cards, etc. Overall, with that $2,390 that we spent, we got just over 350 cards, which that means that it comes out to about $6.81 per card. Now, there's a few things there that is good and maybe not good. When I do my Whatnot streams, as I've talked about previously, my average card sale, including slabs, which we got a lot of slabs today, is about $10. So post fees, that leaves me some room to make money, but the profit margin isn't necessarily there. But I also know that there's some nicer, higher end slabs that should hopefully bring that average up eventually when those sell. So overall, $6, $7 a card, I think we did pretty good. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of all this inventory? Let's get to it. All right, so it is the next day. We are back at home. I'm going to show you guys every single card that we grabbed. The quick recap, so 2 card shows. Over the course of those 2 shows, I spent $2,390 on cards. We picked up some baseball and football cards, trying to get a little bit of inventory there, learn that market, taking a slow approach to that, but trying to grab some stuff where I thought that I got good deals, cool cards, etc. Overall, with that $2,390 that we spent, we got just over 350 cards, which that means that it comes out to about $6.81 per card. Now, there's a few things there that is good and maybe not good. When I do my Whatnot streams, as I've talked about previously, my average card sale, including slabs, which we got a lot of slabs today, is about $10. So post fees, that leaves me some room to make money, but the profit margin isn't necessarily there. But I also know that there's some nicer, higher end slabs that should hopefully bring that average up eventually when those sell. So overall, $6, $7 a card, I think we did pretty good. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of all this inventory? Let's get to it. So we're going to start out with baseball cards. Most of this stuff was either dollar box cards or value boxes, put together big lots. That's the name of the game. Really cool Mark Vientos here. He's been playing great for the Mets. We'll be curious to see if they make the playoffs or not. Colt Emerson, big fan of him on the gold. Baseball value boxing is something that I find super easy. One of the things that's funny is sometimes people come up to me, pause, awesome John Lester on the City Connect uniforms for the Cubs there. People come up to me and say, oh, I saw you value boxing. I saw you going through the boxes, and I wanted to say hi, but you were busy. When I'm value boxing, that's the easiest time. Looking through cards, it is so, I don't want to say mindless, but it's so mindless when I'm looking at stuff because I can very quickly tell you whether it's a card that I'd be interested in or not. Now, when it comes to pricing, that's where you got to work it out. But if I like the card, speaking of liking the card, Jackson Chourio on the gold arrivals out of 50. If you like the card, just grab it and then you can whittle that pile down later if you need to. So, baseball value boxing, and this is one of the reasons why I have really stuck with and really focused in on baseball, is because I know baseball cards. Baseball cards are my bread and butter. Grabbed a ton of Bobby Witt. I don't normally do a ton with base, but Bobby Witt has been selling so well for me lately that I had to grab it. But again, you want to talk about a lot of Bobby Witt. There's going to be a lot more of those heritage as well. But baseball is so second nature to me. I know that market. One of the best finds of the day, by the way. This Bobby Witt refractor. This looks pretty well centered. I got to check out the condition of it, obviously, but I think an SGC 9.5 just did like $65. Found this in the dollar box. So that's a pretty good pickup, no question. But baseball is so second nature to me. I know immediately when looking at a card if it's something that I think can sell for me, if I think that I can do well with it, etc. So baseball, super, super easy for me. I know what I'm doing. I have so much foundation built up there. Really cool Bryce Harper prospect card. This is from, what year is this? 2009. So high school Bryce Harper there on the Aflac All-American. But baseball cards, second nature. I can flip through these super, super, super easily and just find stuff that I'm like, yeah, that'll sell well for me. Whereas football, that is taking some learning. Cool Colby Mayo there, numbered out of 99. I know that it's Donruss, which, speaking of Donruss, this Ken Griffey cracked ice bomb squad out of 75. I got this card for like $2. This is worth way more than $2, I know. But going through these boxes, another sweet one. This Jordan dollar box find. The red is numbered out of 99 and 22 out of 99. I feel like I end up with a lot of 22 out of 99s. I mean, I PC Juan Soto, so what do you expect? But baseball, so second nature. Trying to learn football, and that's one of the things that at the shows, and shows are really good for that because you can go through boxes and find different things. But it takes time, and it takes time to learn those markets, and it takes time to learn how to play that game, and I need to learn what the cards are going to sell for. I can tell you on every single one of these, found some of these. The guy knew what he had because he priced them at $10 each, but buyback is 20 on these judges. Take it all day. But being able to guess, I can tell you on each one of these cards what I think it will roughly sell for. Sometimes I'm going to be high, sometimes I'm going to be low, but in general, I think I do pretty well in terms of guesstimating. Another awesome dollar box find. Jared Duran has had a great season for the Red Sox. This is numbered out of 250, so numbered short print rookie card. Why not? So, a lot of cool stuff. Some very nice ones there on the Cosmics. I cannot wait for this year's Cosmic Chrome. Gonna be a lot of fun to chase Paul Skeens. And the rest of this rookie class, it's a fantastic rookie class, honestly. So it's gonna be really, really fun to do. Can't wait to rip into some of that. No, that is not centered at all. But, and the thing is, football, I know the names. I play a lot of Dynasty football. I play a lot of fantasy football. Play a lot of Madden, stuff like that. Like, I know the sport. It's just knowing the lower end card market. And I like low end cards. It's one of the things I got to talking with some of the dealers about. For me, the beauty, more heritage rookies of Bobby Witt. I told you, I found a big stack, and I got these for like probably 50 cents per. Can't lose on them. Knowing the sport and knowing the card market is a different thing. In the lower end card market, I personally love because my risk is so low. I have this James Wood card in theory at an average of $6.80. This card is not worth that much money. I know, and averages are averages. But with that price, let's say that I realistically am into this card for $3 and it's a $5 card. I don't even think it's worth that much, but still. If he ends up tearing his ACL, if he ends up getting Wander Franco'd, etc., okay, I lost $5. Okay. Awesome Kobe Mayo on the auto as well. This one's numbered out of 49. Super cool. Mayo, big buy. He's going to be a big chase next season, I bet you. But the risk and your downside on lower end cards is so much lower than when buying high end stuff. So those are all the raw baseball cards, the singles value box stuff that I grabbed. Let's hop on over to the football stuff. And so with the football, I want to talk to you guys about my strategy since I'm trying to learn this market and trying to grow the business and starting to do something new on top of what I'm already doing. So I tried to grab parallels of big name players, Sean Taylor, rest in peace, quarterbacks, things like that. Honestly, my general rule for baseball, and I'm kind of going the same way for football, is if it's a cool looking card, if I think it's cool, like tell me that's not a cool Alvin Kamara. I know Luminance is not the highest event sets, but numbered, he's having a great year. And another one, super cool card. If it's a cool looking card and I can get it at a low average price, why not? Take the shot on it to that point of the lower end cards like Chase Brown. He's had some flashes. J.K. Dobbins playing great this year with the Chargers. So just grabbing lower end stuff and occasionally grabbing some nicer things like this Sauce Gardner 3-color chunky patch out of Phoenix. This one's numbered out of 75. Where I have the opportunity to grab a few nicer things, which there's going to be a few more nicer things in here, I will add it in as long as I can keep my average cost per card low. Again, a Saquon gold optic patch numbered out of 10. Got that for an average of like $6 in that lot. There was stuff that's cheaper, but again, in this Bijan, again, an auto of Bijan numbered out of 400. He's a solid player. I know it's Onyx Vintage, but it's still a Bijan auto. Somebody will like it. So just trying to grab cool cards. Like this Snapshots DK Metcalf. Great year for him so far. Big name players. Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes, Deebo Samuel on the field level. Trying to learn this stuff. What my plan is to do is to go through here and basically say, I'm going to go and I'm going to guess. I'm going to put a sticky note on the back of each of these cards when I do the stream. These are all going to be part of one football stream. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, okay, here's what I think this card is going to sell for. Because working on that hobby intuition and understanding, picking up 2 cards there. Awesome Joe Mixon here out of Phoenix, numbered out of 35. I think I found that for like $2-3. But working on that hobby intuition and understanding and being able to just say, hey, I think that this is a $5 card, so if I can get it on an average for $3, then my profit margin should be pretty good. Cool Geno Smith numbered rookie. They wrote him off and he didn't write back. But learning this market is something that's going to take me time. And I'm not going all in, 100%, etc. until I have a better grip and sense on it. Baseball, I will go to the card show and I have no problem spending thousands and thousands of dollars on baseball cards because I know what I'm getting myself into. Football, I'm working on it. Really cool Barry Sanders here out of this year's Topps Chrome Black, which is out of the composite set. That's the name of it. But just trying to find cool stuff. Derrick Henry numbered out of 75. Basically, this Mahomes is a very nice one. Comes for like $60, I think. So one of the nicer grabs, again, put that in a big lot. I think I paid $120 for a lot of like 40 cards. And this was included, as was the Barry Sanders. These two alone are like 90, so I was like, yeah, that's easy. Let's do it. But I'm not going to go all in. I'm not going to spend tons of money, especially on graded cards. If you know, you'll notice when we go through the slabs, I didn't buy a single slabbed football card because I want to get to know the market better. Know what you know. Take some risk. Again, I'm buying all this stuff with less of a sense and less of a kind of finger on the pulse of this market and what the whatnot market for selling these singles looks like. However, the only way that you're going to learn is by doing it. Awesome Josh Allen here. Again, Luminance. It's a cool looking set, and my hope, we'll see if this translates, is that if it looks cool, somebody else is going to want it as well. So, will be some learning. I will absolutely do a breakdown of the stream once it's done. I'll post it on here. I think it's fun to give you guys the behind the scenes, what I thought everything was going to sell for, what it ended up selling for, etc. Another really cool Aaron Rodgers. You guys can see Luminance clearly is a set that I grabbed a lot of. We'll see if I was right to grab some of that or not, but some cool stuff. Try to stick to big name players. Not really many or if any defensive guys. Big name sets outside of Luminance just because it looks cool. But we'll be very, very curious to see how the football goes. We've got another big show here in Nashville in 2 weeks, which is also helpful that I didn't want to go overboard. This is enough to have about one stream. I'm probably going to be a little lower in terms of total inventory, but I'd rather have that than go overboard and have a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to be able to sell or that I'm going to get absolutely cooked on. So we'll be curious to see how that goes. Probably going to try and do that in the next week or two, and then we'll be able to hopefully buy more football, assuming that this goes well, at the show on October 11th through the 13th at the Nashville Fairgrounds. But now for the moment you've been waiting for, these slabs, the bigger, nicer stuff. Everybody loves slabs. We know it. I came into the weekend actually with very, very, very little slab inventory, so I knew that I needed to grab some stuff. I also have 100 cards coming back from Arena Club. I've got 20 of them on their way back from SGC right now. I've got 40-something at PSA, so I have slabs in the works, but I need slabs right now to sell. I actually barely had enough to get through this week's shows, so I needed stuff. That was one of the big focuses. Didn't want to force the issue. I don't want to overpay for cards just because I feel like I need them. One of the things with sales, you need to want it less. End of the day. And with cards, when you're buying, one of my favorite things about being a buyer versus a seller is a lot of the times it's a lot easier to want it less because there's always going to be another one. There's always going to be more cards. There's always going to be more slabs. If it's for the PC, that's a different story. There's a really cool PC card here that I ended up grabbing. But if it's just for inventory, there's always going to be other cool cards. So it's easier, in my opinion, to want it less. But Corbin Carroll on the Inception 9, got this basically for $20. It's decent. I may do well, I may not do well. Evan Carter, I think he's a great buy for this offseason. Rangers should be much better next year. On the Aqua Spotlight case hit at a 125, PSA 10. Another Spotlight, the Corbin Carroll. Love these Spotlight cards. They're so good. They sell so well for me too. Ohtani, really cool Topps Now card here. Ohtani obviously selling about as well, if not better, than anybody in baseball right now, but cool doubleheader where he had a pitched in the first game and then had a 2-home run game in the second game. Really cool moment. PSA 10. Bobby Witt on the purple refractor rookie. This dude's a nobody, but I got this for like $7, so why not? Here's the PC card. Juan Soto. Probably going to keep this in the PC. I love the look of this card. The orange sapphire will probably end up on the wall behind me. Julio on the green diamond, Bowman's Best. This Ohtani is super cool. I don't love all of Panini baseball cards, but if it looks good, I'll buy it. And this is a good-looking Ohtani rookie. Diamond Kings portraits. It looks sweet. Really nice-looking card. I wish that it had a rookie card logo on it. That's my only thing. But 2018, it is a rookie card. Speaking of rookie, Ronald Acuna Jr. He'll be back. I'm not really concerned about him or his market. Skeens and the transformative talent. Jackson Churio on the PSA 10. This lot here that you guys are seeing, starting with the, what was it? The Ohtani, I think it was. Really, really cool. And I showed you guys while I was at the show, the importance of bringing little sticky notes to the show. I was looking around, asked the guy about a few things. He said, hey, we got a lot more baseball behind the table if you want to come back and look through our cases. I put together a big stack, went through, sticky noted each one of those cards and said, here's what I think comp is, here's value that I'm going to assign to it. Showed him the values. We said, okay, this is great. I basically said, I'll give you 80% for it. He said, cool, easy enough. He got to move like 15, 20 slabs, and I got to get a big lot at a decent deal. So this is the Churio, very nice in the PSA 10. I thought this one was a great pickup. This one sold, my guess would be that he bought it or bought it from somebody else who had bought it, but SGC 10 Michael Harris, there's only one comp on this card, and it was in the SGC 10 that I saw. It's numbered out of 25 here. It did like $28, which that seems crazy low. For a numbered out of 25 Michael Harris rookie card, I know it's Topps Now, but it's a 10. I think that I'm going to do well with this. We'll see. I've got a lot of guys in the stream that actually PC Michael Harris, so looking out for and going for some of those guys that I know people in my streams like and enjoy is one of those things. Know your audience, know who you like, know who they like. So I know I've got a lot of Braves guys, so you see a very nice little stack there. I know Churio has been selling really, really well for me, so trying to grab him where I can. It's important to know your market. I had some cards that I pulled out when I was working with some people, and I said, this is a super cool card. I like it. I put it aside. But then when I comped it out, I said, no, it's the price isn't right for me. The card is beautiful and super cool, which, speaking of beautiful and super cool, this one is awesome. I probably am going to sell this, but I might keep it. We'll see. Soto. These are not PC cards, but they are very cool cards nonetheless. Bobby Witt on the 9. Again, cheap card. Costs for like $20, so I probably got it for like $16, which means that I think I'll do pretty well. Let me jump over to stack number 2. Told you guys that I love the spotlights. Ellie, can't go wrong there. Again, told you Michael Harris sells well for me right now. Purple Sonar. Corbin Carroll, we had a deal done. The guy had a $50 sticker on this, and I think we were at $150. And I said, hey, would you toss that one in for $30? And he said, sure. Great looking card. PSA 10. Corbin's been playing great. D-backs are in the hunt. We'll see if they make it or not. This PCA had a $10 sticker on it. Why not? Ohtani Leaf rookie. I get it's a Leaf rookie, but it's an Ohtani rookie. Why not? Mookie, love that. Max Clark. Roman Anthony, speculative buy. He is Baseball America's #1 prospect in baseball right now, so I think we're going to see his market heat up a little bit this offseason, starting next year. He's a stud, guy that's worth looking at and picking up. A couple other really cheap SGC slabs that I grabbed in a lot. This Dominguez, guy had a $35 sticker on it, which maybe is right comps-wise. One of the things that's interesting about selling on whatnot and playing that game is, for better or worse, comps don't matter. And so generally, unless it's a really nice card or it's a really big stack of cards that I'm putting together, if I see the card and I like the price, I'm just going to buy it. Dominguez, $35 sticker on it. I grabbed that and this Adley Spotlights for $60, I think, for the two of them. May have overpaid, may have underpaid. I think I'm going to do well with it. Both PSA 10s. Seems solid to me. Dominguez on the first Mojo. Bo Jackson. I got these two. So the Dominguez and the Jackson. Again, I know they're both PSA 9s for $40. Bobby Witt, Extraterrestrial Talent, had a $20 sticker on it. This one had a $25 sticker on it. Positional Promise. Prospect card for Bobby Witt. It's a cool looking card, and Witt sells crazy well. Ohtani rookie. Julio rookie. One of the nicest pickups of the weekend, probably the most expensive pickup of the weekend, was this Riley Green. Love the way that this looks in the tuxedo. SGC 10, 8 out of 10 on this black Eclipse Refractor Cosmic. Very, very curious to see what and when I'm able to sell this card. The Tigers are hot right now, so I got to get this one listed, get this up, see what happens with it. But really cool. Pick this up in a big lot. I like it. Riley Green solid. And then last one, guy had a couple of Ellie rookie autos. I grabbed this one over a Bowman non-first Mojo because this was a third of the price. We valued this one at $125 and we valued the other one at close to $300. So I said, this is a good looking card. I understand that it's not licensed, but I think that there's a better chance, knowing my audience, and this is one of the things that I have talked about, and we've talked about many times before, is know your audience, know your market. A $300 card, I can sell a $300 card, yes, but that's not in the range of most of the cards that I sell. This Riley Green was a stretch. I think I'll do well with it, but it was more on the pricier end of what I normally do. So when I had the option of buying a Bowman Mojo Ellie or this one, I grabbed this one because I think that my audience would like the opportunity to get an auto for a little bit cheaper, more affordable, etc. I might be wrong. Might get cooked on it. We'll see. But I went with this one over the Mojo because I like the price point better. So we're going to see. That, though, is every single card that I grabbed over the weekend here. Very, very curious on you guys' thoughts. So basically knowing essentially $6.80 per card. This one obviously props up the value a little bit because it is a more expensive one. But very, very curious What do you guys think? How do you think I did? Any pickups that you really liked, that you didn't like? Always curious on feedback, what your perspectives are, etc. If you like these types of videos, make sure to follow, subscribe, all that jazz. As I said, we've got another big show. The Nashville show is October 11th through the 13th at the Nashville Fairgrounds. There's like 800 tables. It's a big time show. I think, I'm obviously a little biased, but I think it's one of the best shows in the country. I think it's really great. Going to be really fun. I will be there walking around buying all 3 days. Going to be a blast. I will absolutely have video recaps of those. Maybe be doing a daily recap because last time I bought a lot of cards. We'll see how that all goes, but appreciate you guys tuning in. Very curious on your thoughts and perspectives, and we'll catch you in the next one.